Yo, greetings, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Breakdown with DJ Odyccy. But today we're not breaking down anything. We actually are making something from scratch. And then, so I was thinking I'll try make like an Afro house track, like from scratch, see what we can come up with, and then I'll give myself like even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes to actually do what I have to do. And then I'm not going to do any cuts or anything. We're just doing this straight up and then we're just going to make this. And then I don't know what's going to happen, what kind of sound we're going to make, but we're making an Afro house track. And yeah, man, without wasting time, guys, now it's 1 minute. So I guess in the next, when my watch says 16 minutes, that's when I'm supposed to be stopping. No matter it sounds dope or not. So let's see. Let's put each other to the challenge and see what kind of music we're gonna come up with. Yeah, I'm even scared because Afro house is not that easy. So I'm gonna put the BPM to at least 120 or one. Let's make it very slow, 118. So yeah. So during the video, at some point, I'm gonna stop talking and just start working because, guys, I need to work. So let's get a kick, Afro house drums inside my pack. So I'll choose this one. I'll go into kick, and then we'll just do this like this. All right. And the next thing would be, the wisest thing would be to find like one of my percussions hits. These ones. I like one. Put it somewhere here. Maybe something like this. I like this. I think someone's 15 is one of my favorites as well. So let's come here. We'll put this as sort of a tom. It's not a tom, but it sounds like a tom. So we'll just do this. Let's see how we can come up. So I'll use this like this. You can hear, sounds nice. I like it. We have a nice loop. I'll put it until 16, and then on my pack as well, we're gonna try and find like drum loops, but we're taking shaker loops instead. I think this might work. Then you just drag it, and then let's put it on 6 where my shakers go, and just reduce it a little bit. Sounds nice. The next thing, so we are in a hurry, so we're just trying to make something. Like as long as we can make something, right? We're just making something. Yeah. I don't even know. So let's get into Nexus. So inside Nexus, what I'm gonna do is try to find like a pad. This single layer pad. Single layer pad. So we're just gonna have like a root note, like to get the key of the song that we're going for. I normally like these voicey ones, any one of them. So I'll just go like that and then put it on pad. And then I just put it here, just a new pattern. And then these types is when you just put like a straight key. Like normally, whatever that you choose, like the other trick is no matter what you choose here, it becomes like your minor key of your song, basically. So if I put it here on F, I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. So what you do is come here to the EQ and then just reduce the highs, even the lows. So I don't think I like this one. Let's go to another one. So like basically now we're on F minor, and then So what you do is get to maybe another Nexus, whatever thing you can find. I'll open Nexus again, and then maybe try to find a plug. Like we try to find a melody for this song, right? So even I can have a melody now in the head, but I'll try to press around and just find the melody that can actually suit this. So I'll take the mute guitar. Let's take the mute guitar, the mute one, not like a mute guitar. So I'll say there's a bell, it's a plug, and then so now I'm gonna stop talking a little bit because I need to move this thing away from me. I'm still here. So So in terms like this, you don't actually use the control key, but you use the shift key so that you don't change the length of your note. So it sounds like this. So now you know that when you're playing F minor, the major will be this. This will be the G sharp. So so it means that you're playing on G sharp major. So I'll put this so that you can see what I'm pressing. This will be the keys that you actually are playing around. So I think I'm gonna waste time though trying to explain everything to you in terms of the notes. So, but you can tell that what I'm actually pressing. So it is where you're actually playing around, and then whatever that you can add now, like even if it's just chords, you know that you're playing around G sharp major, and then let's say we're trying to find keys. Let's just play around with Nexus so that we don't overdo a lot of plugins or whatever. So I'll use Nexus, and then I'll say pianos. Even though I don't know if it's gonna sound right or wrong, but anyway, let's just go on with it. Let's say pop keys, even though I don't like them as much, but yeah, man, let's just try this. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna do something which I'm not gonna play with my keyboard. I'm gonna try to use something that you guys can also try and make. So now we're doing helpers. So we need helpers. With helpers means that we need to see which keys are we playing, and then we know which key we are on. So normally you come here to helpers and then scale highlighting, and then we are on major, and then let's go to helpers again because I want you guys to see what are we playing. So it's this G sharp. So with G sharp means you're playing on the gray notes, right? The more grayer notes. So if you decide to make a chord out of whatever that you're doing, let's say we put this here, and so we want to create like a chord progression out of this. So let's play this. Normally, I know from F you can count even 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can start maybe here. So let's say C sharp. We just want to make something very simple, and then so it's too loud. Let's reduce it a little bit. We're just trying to find keys, like a nice chord progression. So we play here, and then what you're doing is you jump a gray thing, a gray note, and you put on another gray note. And then you can just do this. Let's make it simple because we're just trying to make a little tutorial on this. We're not making crazy stuff here. We can just do a simple song. Zoom, zoom, zoom. That's it. And then, as I was saying, all you do is just jump a gray one, and then you put in on another gray one. For now, but you understand how the chord progression will be working. So if you don't know how to play your keyboard, this is how you actually do what you have to do. If I was playing with my hands, I wasn't going to play like this, but I'm just saying, like, you have something like that and you already have something going on. And then what you do is you can come here again and say strum. So when you do the strumming thing, what you do is you change the notes, how they actually will be playing, like which one comes first, blah, 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 blah. And then so you come to the end so that you can even leave it and you can just cut it after. And then the velocity as well. You might want to do this, you might want to do this, but it's up to you what you want to do. I like them like this, not too different. And I just go and accept, and then I just take a slicer and then I come to straight to the line here, and I just chop out everything which highlights it, and then I delete that. And then if I play this alone, now you can hear it's like somebody actually played this. So now you have a nice chords. So you just put them here in chords. And sometimes if you want, you can even take maybe this to say control down arrow, and then so it sounds a little bit more different than it being like a chord that everybody can use, you know what I mean? So you're just making something very simple, but a little bit different, Anyone, even this one, you can just go control down arrow. You see where it goes? And then you have a nice feeling. It's different. Then we go. And once you have something like this, that's when you're like, yeah, man, I can add whatever that I can add. But anyway, since we're doing Afro House, let's just add maybe a bass line. I don't know what type of bass line we want to go for, but normally with Afro House, people would normally use like your E flute inside your DX10. What is that? Your fruity DX10. And then try find your E flute. It gives you a nice bass line. Either you use this or you use something else, like a bass line which is going to sound like it's like a guitar or something. But for now, just because we're trying to make this as fast as we can, I'll just add a nice bass line to this. And then from there, I think this will be the tutorial on how you actually make Afro House from scratch. And then we'll try to see how to arrange on another video or something. And then, so I've been talking, I've not been working too much, but I've done so much work so far. So yeah, with the bass, you just put it, my G. Just don't even know how to, you can't even make it straight. There's nobody that's going to come and tell you your bass line should always bounce or something. You can make it easy as long as you have a bass in your song. Another thing now, okay, let me hear some. So one thing about the E flute is that is I like it when it's more of a sub, where you cannot really hear it, but you can hear it. But now you can hear it totally. So I think it was perfect the way it was. Yeah. So the catch with everything else is, if you know you want to put a bass line that's gonna be almost the same as your keys, make sure that on your keys you cut off the lows a little bit more, because you want your bass to be more visible. It doesn't have to be overshadowed by another key or something else. This is part of your mixing. I like to do this on the keys, so now you can hear the bass and the keys. And the problem about the keys that I'm using is that they have your strings behind, of which sometimes you don't want that. So I like to change the keys a little bit, because I'm hearing the strings behind or the pad behind, and then I don't like that. So I'll just use something like this. For now, this is cool. For now. And you can do this just to give it that type of feel a little bit in the song, and then when other sounds come in, they can be at the top, and it becomes like your it what can I say, man? It has your song. It makes your song become more. It's not that visible, but when you put other keys on a higher note, then that's when you can have those keys more visible, and this will be like your bass, not your bass line, but your bass of the song. You understand? And you have a bass line behind, and then the song sounds like this. So if you like to play around with this bass line as well, it's okay. You can just. I like to do this porta mono, so it means this has to be 1, and then I like to slide it a little bit, and then what you do is you can add on this on your F here, maybe have something going on, like you can have this, and maybe I'm just playing around, I don't know I don't know how it's gonna sound, but listen to this. So as well, you can have something, yeah. And you can just add this. Yo, my bad. So we need to make sure that we're not using too much CPU. Let's try this first. My CPU is overworking right now, because I have to also record for you guys. Hey, it's hell. So let's try and hear how it's gonna sound now. I need to upgrade my RAM again. Let's do this alone. I don't like this key or this note. Basically, you can just leave it like this. Like this. I don't like it still. But you're playing on the gray ones, so you can just do what you can. Just put it where you can, just to make it sound like the way you want it to sound. I don't like it there. And then so I guess I'm going for 20 minutes instead of 10, 15 as I promised. But anyway, I hope it was worth it. I have to give you guys information anyway. So if you're going to complain and say I didn't do it more in 10, 15 minutes, it's your loss, because, hey, man, I gave you too much information already. So, yeah, guys, that's how you actually make Afro House. You can already tell it's already a good Afro House track. And all you have to do now is add maybe some percussions to it, and then you'll be okay. And then you can add other sounds like guitars, all those things. But for now, my name is DJ Odycey, and I gave you guys a nice tutorial today. Don't you agree? I hope you agree. So yeah, until we meet on the next one, I'm out. Let's play this one more time. It's crazy. My CPU is overworking. Let's change the audio settings. Make them like this. You know, when you have a problem like this, you do what I'm doing today, like that, and then you have a nice thing. And then it's kind of better.